something happened to the last one. It said live unavailable, audio out, something. I don't know what the problem is. Got a lot of feed down deep in here. Okay, we got somebody hitting the like button. I just got my hooks in. I got fuel. Patrick! I fueled the boat and I changed all my cannonballs to 50 pounders. And I changed all my cannonball straps. And then that's it. Now I got my hooks down. I'm already got everything in the water. Oh, here we go in the poo. It's coming down. It's raining poo around here, man. Got a lot of poo. Gee, there sure is a lot of feed in the water right here. Everybody having a good Black Friday? Bud Files, hello! Yeah, real late. I didn't leave the house till 10? I don't know. 10, I think. I left the house at 10. Then I went and got fuel. Then I was fiddling with my cannonballs. I put on lightweight cannonballs and took off the 70 pounders. I had all 70s. I had 160 and 370s on, so lighter leads, a little bit lighter. My floats are getting so waterlogged too that they are trying to go under with the 70s and 60s. They look about right with 50s. So we're turning the boats. How's everyone doing? You guys get lots of shopping done already? Are you at the stores now? We don't have any stores in Yakutat, so no option for stores here. We got the online store. I got new merchandise. You gotta go to the store though. It's not in the YouTube. You gotta click on the store. Hello, Eugene. It's 1 o'clock. We're getting a late start. Real late. That's okay. We got big plans for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be good to go across the bay. Although Killian says it's 9 foot over there right now. That's not good. 9 foot is not a good number. We're in Generic Bay. Just taking it easy back in here. We got all new cannonballs on. And yeah, nice and safe and calm and no wind in here. Sonar looks pretty good. I don't know what happened to my first live there. It got jacked up. Thanks for membership, Patrick. Thanks for support. Thank you so much. Sorry for everyone who subscribed. I don't have the feathers in today. Not yet, Tex. We're just starting. We're just now lining up on the shallows. We got our gear in the right zone now. We're in the strike zone. Cruising on down the line here. Hoping we can pull a couple fish out. I might not even spend much time on it at all. Let's see. Holly's got the day off today. Who else is not working today? I set my crab trap. That also took a little time. I got a bad signal, bad what? Don't like my thumbnail. Everybody's probably shopping. Aren't y'all supposed to be at the mall or something? There's Vernon! Springalos! Clowns. Oh, spinning glow. You know what? I did try spinning glow on this boat before. Caught a fish with it, but I wasn't real impressed with it. I don't know. Could be a thing. They, I don't know if they get that good of a look at the gear. I think they just need it. They see the flasher, they come in, or they see the spoon flipping around, they just come in with their mouth open and attack. In the river, I think there could be a bunch more fish just kind of laying on it. They're like thinking about it and spinning around, and they're like, isn't it? Drives them crazy. You ever watch those underwater videos of the river fish in the Columbia, and they got all those spinners and their fish chasing after them? And they'll like chase them for a while, and they go away. They'll come up to them and kind of like bite at them a little bit, but they won't get them, and then they swim away. Every once in a while, one will put it in its mouth to get caught. I don't know what's going on under my boat. I don't know. Probably a lot of fish out on the ocean. In here, I don't know. Usually when I see them on the sonar, I catch them. We got all kinds of different gear out there for them. They don't like one thing, pretty soon they're going to see a whole other set of wire, coming by. First, they see the heavies right next to the boat, run over them first, but if they don't like that, they get a look at the floats. They run further back. Right now, I actually have all my stuff pretty close, stacked on top of each other. As a matter of fact. It's pretty, looks like a day where I'd have a bad Starlink signal. It's real socked in, and probably a lot of rain on my Starlink. Actually, speaking of which, I got some Rain-X today. Should try putting it on the Starlink. You can put Rain-X on the Starlink even if it's wet, or on the window even if it's wet, I should say. I guess the Starlink's down. Hold on, let me see what I can do about this Starlink thing. Put some Rain-X on it right now. I think I won't. I'm gonna restart the live. Let me get my Rain-X out. There it is, Rain-X. Let's try it. Let's try it on the Starlink. I'll wipe it off, and I'll put it on there, and leave it on there. Hold on, hopefully I don't fall off the boat. I don't know, that might do something. Put some on there. It was covered up with droplets. Now it's covered with beads. I reckon there's something wrong with this whole deal. Nobody's chatting up nothing. We'll give it some time, though. We'll give it a little time. There's Mike 1311 Wood. What's up? Hello, Mike. Yeah, man, we catch them all different ways. I've never caught one like that commercial trolling, though, I don't think. Line's always tight, so they can't get it looped around. I'm trolling for king salmon in Alaska. It's kind of wet. Want to see outside? Look. Yeah. I got my boat. My lines are in the water. We're trolling around. Trolling for Chinook salmon on a small, very small commercial boat here. I got about maybe 16 hooks down or something like that. Yeah, I totally have tried the spinning glow though. I tried it until I caught one with it. I refused to not catch the fish with it. I kept doing it. Yeah, 6-7. 6-7. 3-3, 3.5, 3.5. Are you happy? Better subscribe. Send me a $1,000 super chat for doing that. What was the old one? The Lamar Jackson edit? Oh! Everybody wanted me to do that for the longest time. What's up, Susan? Holly! There's my lovely wife, the orange shark. Finally got our hooks in. Thanks, Mike. Come back later when we're catching fish. Today it's kind of like we just troll around, don't catch anything inshore. Sometimes we get one, but it takes hours and hours. Yeah, check back tomorrow. We're going to go out in the ocean. Bye, Mike. How do we do this one? It goes like this. It goes like this. Yeah, try back around the same time. I'll be right in the middle of the day. How's the video quality? Oh, you got me the present! I hope you got me the clear popper. I need the bag, the big one, for the big tuna popper. Clear tuna popper and clear sticker bait. And maybe some new underwear. And socks. Where's Shannon at? Get in here, Shannon! Don't make me put my plug out. Oh, I'll do it. Don't think I won't. Woo. I've totally caught big fish in here with this plug. They like it. Oh, how they like it. I'm going to do a member giveaway and then all Shannon's going to get is that plug. I ain't giving that. Well, I'm going to give that one if you probably catch it. Yeah, it's alright, Vernon. Buy yourself a t-shirt for Black Friday. Go to the store. You know what? YouTube doesn't have all my stuff in there. You got to go to the store and look for the stuff that says new. I got a whole new lineup. We worked on it, but then for some reason we can't get it like in YouTube. But if you click on the store, it's in the store. YouTube needs to make money too. It's a good platform for my streaming. It's better than TikTok, takes 80%. At least I get more than half. Yeah, memberships, merchandise, all that stuff's available for support. Or you can just hang out, hit the like button, chat. That's support too. You want the mugs? Did you see the new stuff? I got the new stuff in there with the sunset or like the fish, you know. one with the AI of my dog. I like the landscapes myself. Last time I did it, Holly helped me pick everything out and do it all. This time, I kind of laid out all the pictures and then Holly finalized and stuff, put the brand name on it. The spread shop making it different. Someone, YouTube or spread shop, making it difficult to get it under my channel, but we'll figure it out. Unfortunately, we started working on it like the day before Black Friday. But who knows what Holly's got figured out by now. I haven't caught a fish in here in a while, but I don't think anybody's fished in here either. Maybe there's some piled up now. Oh yeah, 30% off on the merchandise. Oh, thank you so much, Ferdinand. I see the order came in. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, the iPhone takes a really good picture. Back in the day! What's up, Tim? We're here. It's real. We're in Generic Bay in the cove, in the harbor. Fishing the harbor again. Killian went out there and everybody was, his parents texted somebody else, and then they texted me asking if he was okay. And then I messaged him, and he says the weather's really bad out there, but I mean, you can't tell him not to go. He doesn't listen. Seems like it makes it worse. If you tell him the weather's too rough, it just makes him go for sure. So what I chose to do instead was say the weather's going to be nice tomorrow. So that's what I'm going over there. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, get rough on Sunday, and then be nice on Monday, Tuesday. Like, you know, it's kind of far out there. Yeah, he caught fish the last 2 days over there. That's good. I filled up my fuel tank, so I got a full tank of fuel. Changed all my leads to the lighter weight cannonballs. Like a little bit lighter. I need to flip my skiff over. I always keep my skiff upright during deer season, so if I need to get off the boat to get a deer, but deer season's over, so I can flip it up, you know, like a turtle. Currently, it's like a big bucket up there. It fills up with water. Oh, thank you so much, Terry. A red cap. Yeah, I hope you found the new. You got to click on the store and then go look down. You'll see a bunch of new stuff in there. We put like 6 or 8 new designs. All pictures from Yakutat and Sitka and stuff. Mostly Yakutat. Patrick, good morning. Thank you for support. Thank you for membership. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much. Yeah, it all adds up. Got a record-breaking amount of support for the channel. Thank you, guys. Hopefully we can catch a fish. No guarantees today. I think tomorrow it'll be good. What's up, Mike? You're back again. Oh! We're still here. Be here all day. But any minute it could happen. All these guys that watch the show a lot, they'll tell you just right when you least expect it, you'll get a bite. We got the hooks in. Oh, JK, what's up? New merchandise, 30% off in the merch store. We got new stuff. Click it in there. I can't do the gritty. I don't know. I'll just look it up. I don't know that one. It sounds like a reasonable request, though. Holly, look up the gritty. I don't know what it is. Some kind of dance, isn't it? Fortnite? Isn't that a video game? I think I saw something about Fortnite. It was like Bart Simpson in a robot body with an AK-47. Oh, Belgium is back! That sounds right. I'll look it up for you. Yeah, Holly. What do I gotta do to make Mike happy? I'm sure everybody would be happy if I did some dancing and we're not catching fish. I bet they do know it's a video game thing. I haven't owned a video game console since I was like 20 years old. 46, so we're a little past that now. Maybe when I get really old again and if I ever retire, I'll start playing games again. I just don't see it doing as a working adult playing games. Maybe that's wrong. I don't really know that much about it. You know, I did a lot of tuna trolling. Not a lot, but a fair amount. Oh, JK! I should get an Xbox. Yeah, if I make it there, God willing, we'll do it. Maybe by the time I'm 67, the Xbox will be getting people to play with, you know? Like, you should get another human. The Xbox will get me when I'm 67. It looks lively in Generic Bay. There's good sonar marks and stuff. Maybe we'll get one. We won't have to suffer for long because there's not much time in the day here. I'm just gonna try right on this bank where I got a bunch of them the other day, and we'll circle back around. Waiting for some regulars to come in. Some of the guys might be like doing stuff with the family. They're all on here yesterday. Gary and Shannon. I think they were here this morning too. I tried to go live at 10, but I wasn't ready yet. I miss low tide. I like fishing in here at low tide. It's coming in now. What can you do? Stupid fish need to start biting. I might have made my cannonball straps too long. That's a thing. You know, Patrick, I've been studying all this tuna stuff. That's what I do at home at night. I watch all the tuna fishing videos that are on the internet. I've seen almost every single one now, I think. I like that guy, Cesar Ramirez or something like that. I don't know. That's not right. Cesar, he's an Asian guy. He goes fishing a lot. He's a rep for Daiwa and Accurate. Maybe Ozuri, too. I wish I had his job. You know, when I was learning the, what do you call it? The FG knot, the friction grip knot. I started tying that last night. I started practicing the FG knot. Yeah, well, we can learn together. I went on that trip and now I'm hooked at it, like catching the tuna on the small, like the little reel and the big, relatively big fish. With the beautiful weather and, you know, good eating and like really, really beautiful fish and strong fish. Taking a trip. Yeah, I'm going back next October. It's like an 8-day trip, October 16th until whenever. The Berkeley braid knot. Well, apparently the double San Diego jam knot is the strongest knot. I don't know about with braid, but That kid shot at another bear and didn't get it again. They blame the rifle. But who knows? Friction free. No, the knot, the FG knot. It's like a... Pretty much only the big game fishermen use it because you don't really have to worry about breaking your line with 5-pound bass. But when you got 80-pound tuna pulling on 50-pound test line, you got to have it right. I don't know, there's a lot to it. I might try the San Diego jam knot with the, what size on the lure? I don't know, Holly. I get maybe medium, I don't know. If you get them too big, you can always take them up. Alright, I'm gonna turn the boat, going back in. There's a Terry! Yeah, the double uni knot doesn't have nothing on the FG knot. I always thought the double uni was pretty weak. I used it all the time I did halibut fishing and stuff. And we got big, like 300-pound halibut with the uni knot, but it's not very strong. FG knot! Oh, the FG knot! The FG knot. You ever tie one of those? Oh, it's Alaska Critter Camp! The best lynx film ever with the lynx. What do you do? That's my lynx impression. Yeah, the FG knot for the top shot. They say it's the PR knot, it's the strongest one. PR knot. But then you gotta have like the bobbin to spin it around. I might try the bobbin. The Bimini twist is nice, but it doesn't really apply to the... That's what they told me, man. The tuna guru, Asian tuna guy, he's like, oh, we don't do Bimini twist anymore. Because that's what I did, was Bimini twist to a worm knot. That's all I knew. I caught giant bluefin like that. He's like, no, it's still good. We don't use that anymore. I'm like, oh. The old Asian guy, he said, you just do an overhand knot, double the line and do an overhand knot with 6 turns and then forget about the Bimini. They're like, forget about it, don't do that. What you need to do now is the FG knot or the PR knot. Those are the two. But with the PR knot, you gotta have the bobbin, and then there's something about like, you go 20 twists up and then 20 twists back over it and then do some 1/2 inches. Yeah, we did trolling and we fished fly line. And there was some throwing of the wahoo bomb. Like the boat before us, the boats that went down there before us, and the boats that went down after us absolutely killed the wahoo. But like, there just wasn't a school of wahoo there when we were there. But we got good yellowfin fishing, pretty good. I expect it to be better fishing next year, but even if it's not, I got more than enough fish. If the fishing's any better, I'm gonna be giving fish away and letting little fish go, because everyone was considered the trip I went on to be slow, and I had 168 pounds of tuna. So, I mean, what am I? And it was cost a fortune to put it up. That's as much as it was $1,200 to process and ship 168 pounds. So that's a lot. That's more than I need. I would even be happy to downgrade that to like 80 pounds or something, or 100, just like 100 pounds. That'd probably be about the right amount. But I'm gonna have to give a lot of it away. I don't want to hold on to it for 6 months, you know. I don't want to hold on to it any longer than 6 months. So I kind of know I got a half a moose, a whole big beautiful deer, and then 168 pounds of tuna right now. It's like, that's a lot of fish. Well, yeah, but that was for 2 people, and I didn't have any of the tackle, and I went kind of crazy on the tackle. And all the hotel rooms, and I just pulled that number out of my butt. I don't know if that's the real number, but it's probably close. The two of us for the boat was, I don't remember, like around 7,000 maybe. And then I know I spent at least 3,000 on tackle, so there's 10. And then the fish processing was 1,200, so that's 11, 12. And our plane tickets were like 700, so that's 12,1. The hotels were like another 500, so that's 12,6. Bought some, I don't know, I'm sure the miscellaneous stuff would take it to 13 or 14. Black bear potatoes. But on my next trip, it's just gonna be me. I'm not gonna go to the fancy hotel with the honeymoon suite. I might even sleep in the airport. If I catch a whole bunch of fish, I won't have to sleep in the airport. But it might even be better to sleep in the airport. It's such a pain in the butt to take the shuttle, and then you got to worry about like missing your flight. Maybe I'll fly up to Anchorage and then fly straight down. Well, the one problem with a solo trip is it's like, I mean, I guess you can't be guaranteed to get a room on that boat. It's like a triple occupancy per room. So they made allowances, and they were gonna put my wife with another woman on the boat because there was one other woman. But then like some people canceled at the last minute, so we got our own room together. But normally you need 3 people to get in a room. So I'm gonna have to bunk with like some random retired old guys, I would imagine. It's gonna be the old guy and me in there. Robert King, Forte Nady! I don't need any bass tackle, man. I don't bass fish. I grew up on a bass lake, and I caught so many bass that I got kind of sick of it. I always like to catch crappie. They're like, I don't know, it's so much more civilized. They lose the little bobber, they pull the bobber under, and catch the little fish. It's nice. I fish live bait for bass sometimes, like a live bluegill or whatever. I just don't do it. I grew up catching bass. As I was a kid, I kind of like felt like I conquered the bass, and I moved on to saltwater. And I'm not done with the saltwater fish yet. There's so many of them, and they get so big. Oh yeah, I like the hotel though. Right at the there is a hotel right there at the right next to the H&M landing. Like the next building down is a hotel, and it was a cheap hotel, relatively speaking. You could tell that just a bunch of fishermen stayed there. And at Fisherman's Landing, they let me take the cart. What do you call them? The knot heads. I told them what was going on. They're like, go ahead. So I rolled the cart, and when I rolled the Fisherman's Landing by the H&M landing, they're like, what are you doing over here with the Fisherman's Landing cart? And I'm like, I'm going to my hotel. They're like, okay. So I was able to like put all my gear in the cart and then roll it back over to the Fisherman's Landing. The tuna show, yeah, they don't usually get 500 pounders. They crimp, mostly crimp. But if on their line, they probably use the FG knot and the PR knot to attach the top shot to the braid for sure. FG knot, most likely. PR knot. When I did it, I wasn't commercial and I never no kind of expert, but if there was a lot of fish around, the way we did it is we just tied, I'm trying to remember, I used the Bimini twist with the worm knot, but like when I was on this tuna trip with the lightweight tackle, I would do Bimini twist to worm knot to a whole pack, like a 100-yard roll of the Jinkai 130 on a 50 wide with a 100-pound braid or 150-pound braid, and then I would go from the 130-pound top shot to a big swivel. I don't remember what knot I used on that, maybe a polymer knot or whatever, and then I would crimp 300-pound leader to a 25-foot section of like 300 pounds to a big ass hook, you know, with a big trolling lure. Yeah, thanks for the support. Gillian just texted me. I guess he's fishing now. Said he got bites, but he's not landing them. It's so rough. It's good there's some fish over there. I don't even remember Patrick, what we did. I just remember that I did the Bimini twist. When I started big game fishing for bluefin tuna, I looked it up on the internet and stuff, and they were like, Bimini twist for trolling the giant bluefin or whatever, for big game trolling. So I learned the Bimini twist. Get that deer, don't let it get away. That sounds like a good time to me, Robert. I got my deer this year. I like eating these deer better than whitetail deer, but I love deer hunting. Wish I could do more deer hunting. It looks like the San Diego Jam, the double San Diego Jam knot might be stronger than the polymer knot. I've been doing some research on it, and it seems like it depends on who's doing the testing. They get all kinds of different results. Like one test will say the polymer knot is not as good as the clinch knot, and the next test will say the polymer knot is 97%, you know. That's what I use, commercial fishing, the polymer knot. I used to use a uni knot, and most of the tests, you know, I think that like that knot wars, remember they did the knot wars? I don't know if it's still going on, but the knot wars on YouTube, it showed the polymer knot being one of the strongest, and it destroys the clinch knot and the uni knot. But if you don't know how to do it, if all you're doing is the clinch knot, the uni knot is far superior to the clinch knot. When I'm really busy, I do what's called a grinner knot. I think it's called a grinner. You go through the eye of the hook twice, and then you tie a uni knot. If I don't have time to mess around, I can tie that faster than anything. Faster than the polymer. Oh, they got your deer. They're probably not going to run out in the open once they start shooting. You got to wait a little while. For the tuna, oh, I got a bite. I got a bite, you guys. Can you even believe it? There's one biting on the hook. Oh! They like the new 50-pound leads. We got one biting. See if we can do this without breaking anything here. I can't tell if it's a keeper or not. It's on the float, so maybe it is. It wasn't like it was like bam, bam, and it just kind of started twitching. Either way. It's still bobbing the float up and down though, so it might be a good one. Let him go in the water. I don't want to damage him. His hook's pretty deep. Top of the mouth, but I don't want to stress him out by pulling on his face a little necessary. What do you think about that? We got a bite. 68. What happened to 6.7? Darn it. Well, at least there's some fish around, huh? It's a good start. Here we go. Have a look around Alaska. Southeast Alaska. Oh, that's something. There's something in here. That's good. We got 6.7. Do a bit of what? Let's see. Let's do a quick Bible verse here. That's all right. It wasn't that bad. No problem. Well, let's just flip it around. We're just flip it. Flip. It's hard to look at the prophets and find something that's not depressing. What's up, Bryce? We got a bite. We just had one. Where'd they go to the... Where were we? Let's go back to wherever we were. Jeremiah's like, oh my goodness. We got the end of Ecclesiastes. Here we are. Ecclesiastes 11:9. Rejoice, O young man, in your youth, and let your heart cheer you in the days of your youth. Walk in the ways of your heart and in the sight of your eyes. But know that for all these God will bring you into judgment. Therefore remove sorrow from your heart, put away evil from your flesh. For childhood and youth are vanity. Amen. That's where our bookmark is. The end of Ecclesiastes. Woo! No family leftovers. Send them to Glacier Shark, P.O. Box 270. It's in the description. Accepting Lord donations. Well, we're trolling in Generic Bay. It's another bad weather day. Killian's on the other side of the bay and like the worst possible place he could possibly go. He's getting some bites. It sounded like, I don't think he got anything to keep yet, but he did the last 2 days. I fueled the boat. I got the boat topped off with fuel. I took 59 gallons of fuel, which is like painful, but not as bad as the last time. And we'll be ready to go tomorrow. We're going to go long. Today we're just hanging out in Generic Bay. Yeah, Terry, you pay attention in your youth, Terry, and we'll follow instructions. You and me are probably about as good at following instructions. Fear the Lord. What was the end of that? But like, I know I'm not following instructions, but I gotta be. The very end of Ecclesiastes says, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is man's all. For God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. I got 250-gallon tanks. So yeah, the longer I run without filling my tank up, the more painful it is when I do. But I'm expecting it to be pretty rough over there tomorrow, and I don't like to go way out with my neck stretched way in the middle of the danger zone and then have a light fuel and it's all rough and the boat's going like this and it mixes up the muck in the bottom of my tank. So I filled my tank. It's pretty full, so it shouldn't be able to splash around too much down there. What else? I need to clean my air filter. That's the only other thing. It's easy. 37 foot. Hold 500 gallons. Oh my goodness. You either got to have a lot of money or take someone with you that wants to pay for fuel. I'll use half of it to go out there. Well, we got the undersized fish. That's not what we were looking for. Here's the big one. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's big money in the tuna fishing. You just gotta pay up. Gotta pay to play, the big boys out there. I got one little guy just now, like just a second ago. It's been kind of dead in here, but I've seen it in years past where there's like no fish at all in here. And that's not what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing like there's a few fish in this generic bait, and we're basically fishing in the harbor. If we got a small one, there's a good chance we can get a big one. We're circling back now. A lot of times they bite well, late evening here they'll bite well, and on low tide they like to bite too. But low tide, it's coming in now, we miss low tide. He loves the big boat. Yeah, every time I talk to my advisor about getting a bigger boat, he tells me not to. This boat's a good money maker for what I'm doing. All right, take another pass. Coming back around on him. Yeah, that's a fancy setup. When are you gonna go catch the tuna in that thing? There's still big schools of tuna, Robert. For sure there are. They're actually ready to call the eastern or the western stock of bluefin tuna. They're saying it's completely rebuilt. There's tons of them. Lots of tuna in California too. It's the most tuna they've seen in 100 years there. That's what they're saying. And then Terry's stuck in Texas. But they got good fishing in Texas too. They got real good fishing for trout and stuff. I'd like to go there and fish for the sea trout. I'm not trying to get on. The problem with Texas and Louisiana and Alabama is all their tuna fishing's like way, way, way offshore. Oh, long time no see, Gil. Where have you been? We miss you so much. Happy holidays. Christmas is coming. $100 miles, that's where they are. That's why they have to have those fast boats down there. Thanks, we did. We had good, what you call it, Thanksgiving. We ate lots of turkey. I put my turkey legs in the crab trap, when I carved the turkey that we had at our house. It was a little underdone, and I carved the meat off the thigh and legs and saved the bones. Hey, that's a big one. Oh, thank you for the floating hard tip. yeah. I caught croakers when I was young, man. I switched to the striped bass. I was used to fish for croakers, and then I kept going east until I got to Ocean City, from Virginia to Ocean City, Maryland. And I saw that they had the big gray trout and big striped bass there. I never really went croaker fishing again after that. Started fishing for striped bass and gray trout. Fish is pretty terrible. There's another boat that started fishing there this way right ahead and went right to the furthest possible place to go, and there's fish over there, apparently a few of them. We're headed out there tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be better tomorrow. Can you say so, Terry? I guess so. Don't those jack crevalles croak? I've seen on video where jack crevalles all I never caught one. It'll get better, Gail. It always does. The later in the winter, the better it is. Sometimes it dies off a little bit in January and February at the beginning. Middle of January, beginning of February, and then it gets really good after that. Deep sea in the 60s and 70s. Well, we fish for all kinds of fish here, from panfish to bluefin tuna. It's my job to catch king salmon mostly. I fish for coho salmon too, and a little bit of halibut, sometimes lingcod. Yeah, they migrate around here, Gail. It's a migratory species. Waiting for one to migrate onto my hook. Anytime now, fishy! Come on! I got some Rain-X. I'm gonna defog my window with Rain-X. I got some there. Can't see anything in here, all this fog. Caught bait for what? You say you're going out? Some of this Rain-X on here. Hang on. That Rain-X really stinks, doesn't it? I don't know what's in the stuff, but something's in there. Darn sure. Hopefully that'll stop the fog. Oh yeah, don't worry about the goose eggs. All my eggs went bad. I ordered like $150 worth of eggs, $200 worth of eggs, I don't even know. Nobody shipped them priority, and they all took like 3 weeks to get to my house. I had one turkey hatch, and it came out like this. Didn't make it. Oh, I'm marking one on the sonar. Let's see if it hits. I got one on sonar here. Let's see him. That sure looks like a king salmon to me, that right there. I don't know if it's going to bite or not, but that looks like a king salmon to me. Might even be two of them. Not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna drive straight. Hope they pick up the line. Come on. Kind of in the same area where I caught the last one. Duck hunting? Come on, bite that hook. Right about now or never. Come on, fish. I haven't gone duck hunting. I still have a hunting license, but I have to get a state duck stamp and a federal duck stamp. Go sit out in the freezing cold. It's really nasty around here. I haven't seen, normally when it freezes on the interior, when it gets really cold, all the ducks come out here. send her here to go to your pond. I haven't seen any mermaids. Sounds like you got some experience with women. The only one, the mute mermaid. Yeah, I can. If I stop the boat and anchor it up, I can. I haven't given up hope on that fish. It raised one, but it didn't bite. How dare you, fish? I'm gonna spin around and go back. I'm gonna go right back through that same spot in the other direction. Maybe it'll bite. Gotta get far enough away to turn the boat around and go back over it again. Trinity River. There's probably a bunch of Trinity Rivers. Sounds familiar. Hardin County. What's that store near you, Terry? Bucky's? Terry lives in Bucky's. You can find him in the back of Bucky's. Oh, the duck hunt. The duck hunt kayak. I had one of those in Virginia. You know, in Virginia where it's really hard to get a duck, I was real interested in it. But in Alaska where, you know, I could go duck hunting pretty much anywhere and there's lots and lots and lots of ducks, I don't do it. The only one that you can't have. Maybe that fish will bite on the turn. Want to catch that fish. It bothers me when they come up like that and I don't catch them. What really bothers me is when they go down. When I keep seeing things running away from my boat, that'll drive me absolutely nuts. If I raise one every once in a while that doesn't bite, that's normal. But if I get putting them down, that'll drive me crazy. I don't want to be putting them down. Have you gone live recently, Terry? I haven't seen you live. I remember when you were doing that GAR thing. I think I was busy. Is there rifle season there, Robert? I think it'll be rifle now. 100 gas pumps? A lot of people there. Try another pass on that sucker. Yeah, well, all you gotta do is pretty much see them with a rifle. You'll get them. We can catch that fish going come back around for another pass on that sucker. There you go. I got the Model 700 270. I'd show it to you, but last time I showed someone a gun on my boat, they shut my channel down, so apparently you're not allowed to drive around with a gun. Those are the rules. I got a 12 gauge and a 270 right behind me. Right behind me. Two-legged deer hunt. GEAR. X scope. I got a 14X scope on my 6.5. That's the most powerful scope I've ever had. I only use it for targets, the 14X. No, they got a lot of streamers that show guns, but they're all in their house. You're not allowed to transport a firearm. So, like, technically, if there was a firearm on this boat, you saw it, I would be transporting it to someone on a boat. I don't know, for whatever reason, they shut me down one day, and that's when I read the rules more carefully. And it says, no because you'll notice there's all those firearms channels where they got the guns in the background, but you'll never see someone, like, in a car with the guns in the back seat. Or apparently a boat's not okay either. I don't know, whatever I did. I put the camera real close to the gun to read the label on the barrel, and that was it. They were like, no. Maybe they thought I was touching it or whatever. But then when I read the rules, it said no transporting either. So, like, I don't show them on my boat. I was live at my house this morning. I showed them on the wall. That seems to be safe. Like, if you're at home and you just want to show some guns on the wall, that's okay. But not on the boat. Yeah, Terry, you can have them on the live, you're still allowed to touch them. There's lots of, like, gangster types with the guns. They got all the, you know, high-capacity magazines and guns and act all tough. And they got popular channels. You can, Terry, what are you talking about? It's not, you can't transport them. The rule does not say no display of firearms. It says no illegal activities, no transporting, and no handling. I know, because they shut me down. I got very familiar with it when I got shut down. Not shorts, we're talking about live streams. You can pretty much do whatever you want on the video, but on live you can't handle it, you can't transport it. And you can't do anything illegal with it. So, you know, on my channel it's like I don't need to have any guns at all, but you know, everybody else is doing live streams with them in the background at home. So I show them when I'm at home a little bit, but it's not the focus of the channel. I have some videos on shooting, like my 6.5 Creedmoor, the Weatherby Vanguard 6.5 Creedmoor with that big scope on it, and the hand-loaded Hunter Hammer bullets. That's a popular video. That's one of my most popular videos ever. When I took that thing to the range. It shoots like less than half an inch consistently. I've got some crazy groups on that thing. Yeah. I'm just telling you, there's lots of live streamers that have guns in the background too. There's one, what's his name? I used to watch him a lot. I think he's a Mormon though. I don't think he likes me. His name is, he used to come in here. Utah, below average Utah dad. That's all he does is talk about guns and has a whole bunch of guns behind him during the live streams. Yeah, see, JK knows, but since I'm on a boat, there's a rule about transporting the firearm. You can't transport it either. I'm just telling you what other people do, and the rule I've seen says no transporting and no touchy. Maybe they changed it. Maybe that's why I haven't seen Utah, but I seen him last week or something like that. Lives, you can't have the range, you can't shoot live, but you can have it in the background. And I had guns, I would hang a pistol up there this summer because people would just come in to see the gun, like they're interested in firearms. So I'd hang one right there just for a prop, you know. And then one day somebody was asking me about the guns, and I moved it around, but it wasn't on camera. Like I spun the camera around, and I was putting different guns out to show them, and then I'd spin the camera back around, and they were like, no way. I don't know if I got reported or if the AI caught it or what, but I disputed it, and then they were like, nope, you broke the rules. And I'm like, I really don't see at what point did I break the rules. And they're like, here's the rules. And the rules said that like you couldn't touch or transport or do illegal stuff with it. And I'm like, I'm not sure if I did that. And they're like, well, we're not sure if we're ever going to let you have a YouTube channel again. It's like, oh, I just invested a bunch of money in this whole deal and was doing so good. Like, I don't even... My content really doesn't have anything to do with guns, and I got shut down for guns. So since then, I just don't show them on the boat. When's the best day, Robert? Why does everybody keep asking me if I see Bigfoot? There is no Bigfoot, man. You got trail cameras all over the woods. You got hunters that have been everywhere with rifle scopes and seen everything. There's satellites watching everything. People have climbed to the top of the most remote mountain in the furthest reaches of the world. There's nothing that we don't know about for Bigfoot. There is no Bigfoot. You can forget about it. There's bears. There's all kinds of stuff. There's no Bigfoot. I watched your shooting videos, Terry. They're good. Why'd you take them down? Yale's a Bigfoot believer too. I got a Bigfoot right on my foot. It's size 10 foot. There's all these people that want you to believe in Bigfoot, so you watch their channel and send them their support. Oh, Gale. You get a deer, Gale, you go hunting. Get yourself a deer. prove me wrong with the Bigfoot. I'm open to new information. But in my opinion, there's no Bigfoot. No hunting now. To disable. Intimidating live. You can't go live with a firearm. What are you talking about, Terry? You're not making sense. Where's Wyatt from Catching Alaska? Gail, you keep tabs on him. Has he gone live lately? What's up, Saving Grace? We are just trolling around in Generic Bay. There's no fish. Oh, did you try and go live at the shooting range? You got some shooting done before they shut you down? I heard that he went trolling like in Petersburg and they caught one fish. Sound like about like what I'm doing. He went with somebody else. He went out on the big monster boat that's actually literally called the Monster. And then they didn't do very well, I don't think. So then he went out with a smaller boat. He's got his own boat. I hope that was his boat that he's figuring out. Said something about he had a glass fly boat he was going to set up. It's a bad season so far. Where they only had 1,500 caught in Sitka. The best fishing is around Petersburg. No problem, Terry, I'll forget about it. That's easy for me to forget. I wonder, he must be going on the cell phone signal. Live from the, you know, what they call it, LTE. Yeah, that must be where I heard it from. JK told me. I always see whatever updates that I get from him, but I think since I'm live every day, like if somebody else goes live, I don't see it. I don't know. If he posts a video, I see it. I was looking forward to seeing what that big freezer boat was up to. See when they're catching their fish on. If he was going to run the camera on that boat, I'd be able to learn every single thing that they're doing. But it's told him not to do that. One thing about down there is like if there's good fishing, all the boats can just come right where you are. It's not easy for boats to come where I am, but anywhere down in Southeast, if it looks like it's good fishing, every boat could go there. It's like just a matter of a couple days you can be there. It's all inside water. You can drive around. There's safe passage through, you know, relatively safe areas. I guess Chatham Strait can get rough, but it's nothing compared to the Gulf of Alaska. Yakutat's pretty much isolated right now. We're off the chart. We're so far out here. Fishing gets really good around here. I might have to curtail the video a little bit. I don't want them to come up here. There's some big boats that could show up here and wipe out our fishery. That's what they did this fall. Gail. Coast-sider! It's the freezer boats. Oh, here they come! Coast-sider, Vernon and Wyatt all at once! What the heck? Too busy to chat. Or the Wolverine's chewing down all his garden poles or something. He's waiting for the fish to start biting. Question what? I don't know what you're talking about. What's the question? I know, Bill. I'm going on to a different spot. We got that one little one there, and then I swung around like 3 times over it. I marked a fish, didn't bite. And I can spin in circles, and I'm gonna go to the other side of this inlet. Hole of the night? Oh man. I don't know. I don't have any faith in catching an actual fish. Oh. It's pretty rough. Well, I've been in here a couple times and not got anything. Maybe 3 times without getting anything. We just got a shaker. About like an hour ago or something. I can't imagine. Merchandise 30% off today. Where you going, Coast-sider? I got new merchandise. I got brand new merchandise. You got to go to the store. It's not on the YouTube. You got to click on the store. You'll see all the new stuff, new pictures, everything 30% off for Black Friday. Oh, GLACIER SHARK merchandise 30% off. Number 9 p.m. What the heck is that? Is that like one of those short bus flashers? Oh! I lived in Oregon for a while, and I went trolling when I was a kid. I lived there as an adult and as a kid. I went in the summers as a kid, and my aunt knew somebody, and they took me trolling in like a a small boat. I think it had an outboard on it. I think we went to Dexter Reservoir maybe, or like Cottage Grove Lake. I think for sure we went to Cottage Grove Lake. And we trolled with like those cowbell flasher thing, and then with a little a night crawler, and then like a piece of corn on the end. And we caught the biggest trout, like consistently. Fell asleep after the turkey legs. Yeah. Yeah, there's some big trout in those lakes. I don't know. Ashland. I went down by Ashland and Medford once to turkey hunt. That was like the only time I went down there. It's nice down there. Well, he's probably trapping. It's trapping season. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to hunt something up. The kids who run the trap line, the day before yesterday, they saw 2 great big bull moose right in the spot where I moose hunt. It's the spot I went on opening day. I didn't see one on opening day. There was 2 great big bulls there the other day, apparently. Taken down. They took me down for like 2 days or 3 days, Terry. They made it sound like they'd never give me my channel back, and then they gave it back after 2 days. Bob, Bob from Anyfin, he had trouble, I guess because his kids are always in the live. They gave him extra trouble, maybe around the kids, or kids and firearms, or I don't know. But he had trouble too, and he thinks it's AI, so like, when I had an issue, I put it up for review, and they immediately came back and were like, no, you failed the review. And then I got like an email from someone from YouTube. Bob thinks that's a computer too, that it's all computerized. But whatever it was, they let me back after a while. I'm making them money, you know. Well, that's what some people have a concern about that. They're like, you know, they're worried that they make a video now, it's okay now, and then maybe in 2 years it's not okay and they take it down, you know, everything. I don't know. I talked to a guy who's a broker. His job is to like sell halibut quota, and he was most concerned about my channel. You know, although it's small, it is relevant, you know. And he was saying like I should have everybody sign up to like a mailing list so that if YouTube takes my channel down, I won't lose connection with everybody. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really feel comfortable doing that. Maybe later, but I don't want to be so commercialized, you know. It's like any money I get, I want to give more than half to charity, specifically to the church. But like I don't have enough money to spit at right now, so it's not really an issue. I put it all in investment for now, but I'd be totally transparent with you guys. Seems like you start talking about money, a lot of people go away. But to date, I have in the bank, in Bitcoin, we just put everything in Bitcoin. There's $1,400 in Bitcoin right now. But a lot of that is my own money because like, I pay $165 a month for Starlink. So I'm not subtracting that from what I put into Bitcoin. When YouTube pays me, I just put it straight into Bitcoin. This month is my biggest month ever. It says that I have $780 income, but I don't know. It's like the opposite of my credit card statement. When my credit card company tells me I owe $2,000 or say it's $8,000, I'll pay $8,000 and then a week later they're like, yeah, you still owe us $3,000. YouTube's the opposite. YouTube will tell me, oh, you earned $700, and then they'll send me a check for like $380. So that's where we stand right now. All my YouTube money has been invested in Bitcoin right now. There's $1,400 in there. Full disclosure. CIA inspired. Oh, Holly's listening, and she texted me. She says it's at 1,500 right now because Bitcoin went up a little bit. So I figure one day I'll take profits and put 60% back into the church and be able to use 40% for myself. But that's full disclosure. You know, you got all these people with YouTube channels, they won't tell you what they're doing. They'll be like, I don't make any money at this. Or they're like, I make some money or whatever. Some people are real worried about it, but I'll tell you straight up, that's what it is. Mike 1311 R7C, what's up? I don't know exactly how it works, man. 40% is what I heard. But they give me the platform to run on, you know. They help deal with the riffraff, I guess. We had a real problem with this one troll. I think maybe we finally got rid of him. Or he got bored of us. I caught a little one. I missed it. He must have left right before I caught the little one. Like, oh, yeah, send us the poop. The poop is getting deep. I can see the channel growing, you know. I gotta get this cam. I ordered the holder for the phone so you guys will be able to see like the fish in the water. That's really probably more than half of the cool stuff that happens on the boat is like fighting the fish, actually fighting the fish. I think it'll be a huge improvement when you guys can see that. Yes, Mike. I got a bad memory, but I've only got 10 people in the room. I can remember that much. You wanted me to do the gritty. It's doing pretty good. Well, I did good last year, and it was my honeymoon trip, yeah. Last year was good. I didn't do good from YouTube though. That was all. That's all. That's all fish money. But the fish is the total suck this fall. I'm like breaking even on fish this fall. Not making anything yet. Yes, Mike. I can say 6, 7 again. I only have one bite. So I guess the whole point of that is probably like, I don't know, not a lot. Like all summer, all told, I might have made, subtract the $450 for the Starlink equipment. You could subtract a lot of stuff. Let's call it $600 for Starlink equipment, and then whatever it is for all the Starlink subscription monthly, $165 a month. There's some profit there, but it's like, I don't know. I might get paid like $2 an hour to do this, or maybe 50 cents. I don't know. Something. There's a good chunk of change in Bitcoin right now. But like I said, a lot of it's just I pay the money for the Starlink subscription fee, so I don't subtract that out of the. When I get paid from YouTube, I'm not subtracting that from the. It comes in electronically, and then we just put it straight into Bitcoin electronically. So my $165 a month is included in that number. Oh yeah. Oh, there's Jim Britt. He's in here. It's something though. That's getting to be a good sized number. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tell you guys what I got in YouTube. Trying to explain it. It's not an insignificant amount, but a lot of it is money that I paid to Elon Musk. And it's coming back around in the form of yeah. Like I'm not paying myself back for what I'm paying to do this. I'm just putting it all into Bitcoin. A GoFundMe? I don't know. I'm probably going to start selling something. I'm going to make up some salmon lures, and Holly can sell some crochet stuff. We can have like a menu up here or whatever. Then we can sell it direct, like through PayPal or VMO or whatever. But yeah, the YouTube stuff is great. I'm putting it in Bitcoin, you know. I could put some in Ethereum too or whatever. Well, VMO, so this is how, because YouTube pays, they can pay through VMO. So we've been using Holly's VMO, and then there's an option with VMO to invest in crypto. So we've been putting it in Bitcoin, and it's not much of a fee. Like it might be like 3% or something goes back into VMO to buy the Bitcoin. They don't take a huge chunk. It's not like Apple, 30% Apple tax. That's crazy. I don't play the lottery, Mike. I used to. My dad always used to buy those dollar scratch-offs. My dad would buy lottery tickets. Turns out my dad's pretty well-to-do, but you know what? He never got his money from lottery tickets. He worked for it. Need the electricity on? Yeah, the electricity's still on. I need to catch some fish. Fortunately, Holly works, so Holly can pay the electricity. There's gonna be some fish soon. I'm going across the bay to get them. They're over there. Killian found some fish on the other side of the bay. Just kind of streaming right now. We've caught some nice fish in this area around the harbor, but like Holly's my wife, Mike. Holly is the yarn shark on there. You see, she comes up. She said something about something ways back, I think. Nah, she's back at home. I'm trolling near the house right now. I'm like, I might be 4 miles, maybe 5 miles from the house total. I'm like 2 shakes of a lamb sail from the harbor. What's up, Gary? Hedman, a super supporter. many did Killian end up getting over there? He had 7 last time I checked. When I came in yesterday early, he had 7. I don't know how many more he got. He ended up coming back in last night and then going back out again into 25 knot winds today. He said it was 9 foot. Northern fishing and outdoors, what's up? Oh, second dinner, Mexican food night. Radical. Yeah, I don't know. Not to beat on the subject, but I figure it's kind of like how the Bible talks about the steward. What would it talk about the stewards where I don't know if it was a parable or whatever. The master gave a bunch of his servants money and then left the country for a long time. And when he came back, he asked them, and a bunch of them had invested the money and gave the master back more money. And one of them had just taken the money and buried it under a rock, and the master was not happy about that. So I feel like I want to donate a majority of the YouTube money to the church, and it's such a small amount that it serves better to put it in investment right now. I'll donate it later. I'll keep you guys up to date. Everybody who's here now, you can know. Everybody else just fire! Black Friday! New merchandise, Gary. Yeah, so Bitcoin's doing good. The Glacier Shark Super Chat Fund is doing good too. We're doing good today. That's what's up. We managed to we had a YouTube payment for $360 for for November. I think I got paid for November on like the 25th, and we put $360 in Bitcoin while it was at like 86,000 or something. So it's up quite a bit now. Thank you so much, Gary. Yeah, it is gonna go more than 50% to the church, but right now it's an investment form. Full transparency at the Glacier Shark. At some point you gotta trust me on that, but I can show you the numbers. So you gotta trust me that I'll give it to you. I'll put it in my will. I hopefully won't need it. I hopefully won't need to touch it, you know. We get fishing keeps like this, I'd be donating to myself to feed the house. What church? The Christian church. I give it to my church here. We're technically an Assemblies of God church, but like, I don't know. We might get out of it. The elders at the church don't really believe in all of what the Assemblies of God is doing, but the Protestant Christian church, you know, in general. I got one undersized king salmon. There will be an audit. It's all good. I can handle an audit for you guys. Yeah, the membership's really appreciated. That's good. That's a good deal. I'm trying to make improvements to give everybody a value for what they're paying. You guys have seen most of what I do, but the Winter King fishing hasn't kicked off yet. I don't know how many of you have watched like old videos from the past. I've got on my channel lots of old videos where I catch Winter Kings. thing's for sure, just saving cash money doesn't seem to be a wise choice right now, the way inflation goes. I guess gold is a good investment. Solid. I don't want to hold too much gold at my house though. It's not safe to keep around the house. I don't have to save for anything. Gary is part-time IRS agent, I'm sure. But the old-time fish master guy, he told me once, I'm like, when are the fish going to get into generic bay? And he's like, as soon as they get on the Cape, they'll be in the generic bay. So there's not any fish on the Cape. We know that. We were out there yesterday. We got 2. Out on the ocean bar, that area is really close to here. Yeah. You missed the Thanksgiving live? I got a whole other strand I think I'm gonna put on the back deck so I can see better when I'm cleaning fish and stuff at the end of the day back there. Yeah, they're nice lights. I don't know that one. Ananias and Sapphire. Ananias and Sapphire. Isn't that the ones that were like, hey, give us your stuff in Axe? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, here's some stuff. It didn't go well for them, did it? Where is that? It's an Axe, right? Let's find that. Maybe Ollie can look it up. Is it 36? It feels pretty warm here. I really don't know much about the Bible. I got an inkling about where that is, but I haven't found it yet. Alright, at the beginning of Acts, Jesus ascends, promises the Holy Spirit, and ascends to heaven. That's the important part. Then the Pentecost came, where the Holy Spirit came, tongues, flaming tongues, fire, all that. It's early on, or I can't find it. in the back cove here. Hey, Matt. 5-3. I was just getting there. I'm there right now, actually. Here it is. But Peter said, Ananias, why has Satan filled your heart to lie to the Holy Spirit and keep back part of the price of the land for yourself? While it remained, was it not on your own? And after it was sold, was it not in your own control? Why have you conceived this thing in your heart? You have not lied to men, but to God. Then Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and breathed his last. So great fear came upon all those who heard these things. And the young men arose and wrapped them up, and carried them out and buried them. Here it was. Yeah, it's in the beginning of that. Sharing of all things. Football. I don't watch football, actually, no. Lying to the Holy Spirit. Chapter 5 of Acts. But a certain man named Ananias with Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession, and he kept back part of the proceeds. His wife also being aware of it, and bought a certain part and laid it up at the apostles' feet. Peter just knew. Mike. Yeah, I think Mike must be a kid. I changed my bookmark so we can look at that more. Make sure you give the 60%. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm not giving anything right now, Vernon. It's all in the Bitcoin. How many fish? I got one undersized fish. We're circling the very back of this cove here. It's called Oyster Cove. Ooh. Oyster Cove. Oh! Black Friday deal! StreamYard hollering at me now. What's up, Edward? Strolling around. I worked on the gear a little bit today. I put out I put 50-pound cannonballs on all the wires. Took my 70-pounders off the heavies, and I had a 70 and a 60 on my floats, so I put 50s on everything. I can't replace the 70s in Yakutat. They can't ship them. They weigh too much. But it is possible to replace a 60 or 50. I just don't think, I don't like to use 70s in the shallows, like full time. 50s seem to do a good job. What's enough to live? Oh no, it's for sure. That's a good one. the part about the steward. Which chapter is the stewards that with the master that came? I think that was Jesus talking. Where the one guy just put the money under the, buried it in the ground or something. Is that in Matthew? I think it was a parable. You going fishing, Thomas? I'm gonna finish this drag. I'm gonna go in. There ain't nothing around in here. But we'll finish the line. We got another half hour before I finish trolling up and down this daggone dead beach. Maybe I'll keep trolling. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I won't troll in here if there's no fish. Some years there's no fish in here, but this year it's been, and last year too, there's been a few around in here. I haven't gotten anything recently. Kind of looking like it's a waste of time, but there's like never anything in here in January, but in December, October, November, December, sometimes it's worth it. Oh, you got one today? That's cool. A whole different ball game in New York City. I used to live in Virginia. I fished in Maryland a lot for striped bass, and in Delaware too. Really liked it. Ocean City, Maryland's a real urban environment. The bass don't know that. They just come through. Tuck River doesn't have very many kings. We had a good king run actually this year. We've been, for a while we weren't getting our king salmon to come in, and then the last few years they've had good numbers. They should probably raise the escapement level for them, but they've been getting what they're looking for. It was about to be a problem. Like if they don't get the escapement for 3 years in a row, then it becomes a stock of concern. They start shutting all kinds of stuff down. But Fish and Game made some changes as it was getting close to a stock of concern, and the numbers went way up. So been doing good recently. Like what you call it? I don't know. They got like 1,000 fish in. They're looking for 700, 1,400 the year before last. The steelhead fishing's really good here. That's what I was saying. If this king salmon fishing's a total bust, I'm gonna start streaming at the Steelhead River. It's fishable until it freezes over. they plow the road out there. It's 9 miles from my house. It's like some of the best steelhead, if not the best steelhead fishing in the world. And I'm a avid fisherman of all these fish. I've gone all the way in on the steelhead before, like full geek mode on them, you know. With I like doing the float fishing with the beads and floats. I like that. They're really, 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 really nice fish. But when you do that, you don't have time to winter kingfish very much. Yeah, there's kings. They need to do more hatchery work with the king salmon, but there's a lot of political pressure there's a lot of political pressure to stop fishing altogether. Everybody just eat cucumbers and, you know, wheatgrass, but it's not going to happen in our lifetime. There's been, in recent years, even record catches of king salmon in Sitka. They're very carefully managing the resource so as not to overfish it. They made a huge cut in the season last year, and they're, you know, judging by what I'm seeing this year, and I don't know like exactly what Sitka's supposed to have caught by now, but I think it's a lot more than 1,500 fish. Killian looked yesterday, said Sitka had 1,500 fish, so I think that's really bad. I think they should have twice that many by now, but I'm not sure. We'll get, as the season progresses, you know, the news will come out as we move towards next summer, and we'll get a more clear understanding of like the stock and where we're gonna be next summer. Because the biggest deal is the summer quota, because it affects the entire industry. It's not just the trollers, it's the sports fishing, and the seiners and the gill netters are all under the gun for these king salmon. It's total allowable harvest of king salmon will be decided in they decide in February or something, I think. But they get their numbers from Sitka. A lot of it's based on how many fish are caught in Sitka at the beginning. So if they only caught 1,500 fish, that sounds terrible to me. Now it depends how many boats went fishing. You know, if there's not very many boats fishing, then that might be fine. But it sounds bad to me. I don't know. This is for sure the worst ever in Yakutat. But and since I've been doing it for like 10, I don't even know. Years go by really quick, but like about 10 years. And part of it is there's no effort because everything's so expensive to do this. You know, a lot of the boats are bigger than mine, and you know, a lot of people have other jobs, they're retiring or whatever, so there's nobody fishing except me and Killian right now. And then one little tiny hand troller is doing it for like a hobby. A couple of little hand trollers are trying it, but they're not fishing every day. December, when it's bad in November, the old timers, when they're around, they always say it's gonna get better. You know, every month they're like, oh well, next month it'll get better. It always does too. But yeah, thanks for giving me an alternative, like something I could do to make money if the king salmon's closed in the winter. I could take you guys steelhead fishing. Even if I'm just making a little bit of money, that'd be fine. What's up, Ole Mackerel? Because we'll always be able to fish like coho salmon in the summer. There's cohos, there's hatchery king openers, there's halibut, there's all kinds of stuff. As far as I'm concerned, they get closed summer kings as long as I still get winter kings. Sounds like there's some fish in Frederick Sound. Secret Gucci setups. Yeah, they do. There's all kinds of different Uchis that work. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel, you weren't here for my mackerel ears. You see my great horn? Who am I? I'm holy mackerel! Woo, 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 woo. Ah, holy mackerel! I am the great horned mackerel. You missed it, holy mackerel. Where you weren't here all Thanksgiving, we had the feathers in. What were you doing? Man, it's dead beach up here in Yakutat right now. There's one guy catching them over there, but he's basically fishing in like the perfect storm, you know. I'm gonna do that. I don't even know if he's still alive at this point. Hopefully. Supposed to be a dead beach today? Yeah, there's a lot more salmon. Mostly we got sockeye salmon, pink salmon, and coho salmon. Pink salmon are a small part of the food chain here. But the big mammals sure do like to eat them because they're easy to catch. They're the biggest ones and they're a big target to grab onto. Oh no, you didn't go fishing! Well, that'll leave you time to go get the eels. Now you can go get the eel from the Asian market and get the eel skin plug. I think I put the eel skin plug on your community page, or maybe it was Bob's. I think it was Bob's channel, I put that on there. Oh my goodness, I bounced this block over here. Well, that's Google for you. It's like an animal rights thing, you know. They got the whale people. There's a bunch of whale activists, you know, that are trying to save the killer whales in Washington, and they push a big media footprint about there being no king salmon because they want everybody to stop fishing so the whales can have more salmon. And at the same time, you got similar organizations that are saying, like, don't have hatchery fish because there's like 40 king salmon in this creek over here and the hatchery fish are interfering with them. So it's a lose-lose if you're a fisherman, and their strategy is to saturate the media with talk about how terrible the king salmon population is. And I don't mean to magnify that. I'm just one spot, you know. There's a lot of king salmon in Frederick Sound right now. We didn't have any trouble catching our fish this summer. We have had good numbers of salmon. The numbers are going up like this. They're not going down like that. As far as like the commercial catch, it's been pretty stable in the last few years. In the winter time anyway. There's more to it than a simple news broadcast that you see in New York. It was paid for by, what do they call those? NGO. NGOs are pushing that narrative. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with the Atlantic salmon. I heard that it sounds like they're stocking halibut and white sea bass in California, and that's going well. But they don't want to put more king salmon in because they're afraid that the native fish are going to be, you know, butthurt basically. So, you know me, I just say put more salmon in there, but it's not that simple. You got a bunch of liberal people in the biology field in the government that are saying, you know, forget about these fishermen. We need to prioritize the animals over the people. What it comes down to. Don't you know the sacred salmon stock of the Lost Creek on the back, you know, reservation of where nobody goes? It's got a sensitive salmon population. That's what I'm telling you. The numbers of fish aren't as bad as you think. We had record numbers in the last 3 years. Sitka set a new record for winter kings. They also have a lot of kings in the Columbia River. That's the biggest producer right now. Now, when you look west, out west, I'm not in the Yukon River Delta area. I am nowhere, all up in the Bering Sea where all these Indians are crying about they don't have any ability to fish anymore, which is true, is not the same water as I'm in, Thomas. I'm in a totally different ocean. It's not even the same ocean. It's totally different. Those are different problems. It's not my problem here. My problem is sports fishermen, sea lions, and whales and stuff eating all the fish. And potentially hot water offshore. Out west, everybody's screaming about the trawlers because they have a lot of trawling out there. Now they do trawl here as well. The trawling stops before you get to Sitka. They stop trawling. They got them to get away from Sitka, but from Cape Spencer west, they got trawlers, and they got a lot of trawlers up in the Bering Sea, and the whole Bering Sea fisheries up there. That's where the Yukon River is, where there's a lot of native subsistence fisheries that are shut down up there, and they're blaming the trawlers for it. So everyone's screaming bloody murder, but like, and everybody wants the king salmon, you know, it's this big fight over the king salmon, and I am directly involved in it. It's not like I don't get to feed my dogs chum salmon if I can't subsistence fish. Like, I don't have any money if I can't king salmon fish. That's my livelihood. Nimby! What's up? I just seen a duck hunter / deer hunter go by. You're gonna see some king salmon here shortly, Thomas. Just stand by. I think I just saw a porpoise. That's a good sign. Ah, the Peking duck. Yeah, you know, last time we had a really bad fishing. The fishing game, you know, managed the fish. They made us stop fishing earlier, and pretty soon there was more fish. transplanting. Nobody's transplanting anything. When they hatch a king salmon, they just grab the king salmon from the local river and then help it out, make more of them. They're not moving them anywhere. Farming salmon is transplanting salmon. Holy mackerel! Yeah, well, politics is fishing, you know. So somebody's got to decide who fishes for what, which user group gets which amount, you know. So my industry last year basically took a 40% cut in the main quota. Like, what else do you want us to do? 40% was chopped. You know, I don't want to hear about how we're not cutting the fishing enough. Like, why don't you cut somebody else 40% before you tell me there's no fish and I need to stop fishing? Now my winter quota is still intact, but you know they're kind of connected, and they catch them out in the winter, then they're not here, or in the summer they're not here in the winter. The NMFS was basically wanting to let us fish. We have got all kinds of problems. That's how the permit, you know, the Power Patrol permit when I bought it was $35,000, and the king salmon quota was like 250,000 fish for the summer. Well, now it's like the permit's 18,000 and the summer quota's, you know, 60,000 fish, and everybody's just waiting for the next shoe to drop. But I've still been I'm blessed by God to be able to do well at this. You know, like, I'm making as much money as I ever thought I would be, more than I dreamed that I could make, trolling for king salmon amidst all of this disaster. You know, you want to talk about making it harder for me, then I'm gonna kick and scream. But like, the reality is that I've been blessed to do really well, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not trying to buy a Lamborghini or, you know, build a mansion. And so it seems to be like a lot of people think they have to have that to be content. I don't. Hi, Cat. Yeah, we keep all the fish here. There's no fin clip. Most of the fish are wild. There's no way you can tell people in Alaska they can only keep hatchery fish. You know, our fishery is wild fish fishery. There's some in the springtime they have a hatchery oriented fishery, but like I said, they're scaling back hatcheries. They shutting down king salmon production to try and protect the native stocks, and there's freaking killer whales that are like addicted to hatchery salmon. So as they close the different hatcheries, all the killer whales are going into the one leftover spot. It's like a nightmare, you know. It's just writing on a page for the biologist, but for the actual fishermen, like, it doesn't work. You gotta hatch king salmon if you want to have a hatchery king salmon fishery. Yeah, no, it sounds like they are going to raise the quota on the Western Atlantic bluefin tuna. Quota is, what's the right word? It's, you know, looks like it's going to go up. The quota, they say it's fully recovered. And in my, I mean, I don't know. Edward must catch those things for a living, but in my mind, it's like, all right, well, don't go crazy, you know. You recovered the stock. Don't ruin it. It's like, I guess maybe keep a few more, but don't like wipe them out now that you got them back. They seem to be pretty smart about how they manage the bluefin in Canada. I know that because they keep the sports guys, they're like not even allowed to release more than one fish, because that's the problem with sports fishermen is they go out, they think that they're friends with the fish because they let them go, but they're actually killing the fish. They're like, oh, hey, buddy, I'll let you go. Well, 50% of your buddies just died after you caught them, you know? You're not helping. What's up, big boy? No fish. We're just messing around by the harbor here. Running a live stream, basically. Complaining about politics at the moment. We went through financial glacier shark statement, and now we're doing politics. Fisheries politics. It's not my favorite subject, but I'm willing to discuss it to some extent. I'll let you know what my opinion is. One thing that baffles me is it's like in California you've got these huge schools of tuna and there's like tons and tons of tuna, and it's all that fishery is all given to the sports fishermen and the purse seiners apparently. And the sports fishermen hate the purse seiners, and I'm sure the purse seiners hate the sports fishermen. But there's no like allowance for, I don't see any hook and line tuna fishing is allowed. It's like what about all the guys that want to go catch them hook and line? There isn't a fishery for that as far as I know. I'd like to go down there and catch tuna, but apparently you're not allowed to. The seiners apparently get a good sized quota. Yeah, it seems completely sensible for what they do for the tuna in Canada. And then you go down to New Jersey and New York and, you know, Maryland and Virginia and North Carolina, and it's like no holds barred. There's just thousands upon thousands of center consoles out there, and guys are just putting the hatchet to them, you know. It's a miracle anything survives down there. I think if you're gonna go fish, it's like go get your fish, set a limit that's reasonable, go take the fish and kill it and go home. It's like don't go out there and let fish go all day. You're gonna kill them. There's certain fish you can do it with, but like tuna and salmon are not good fish to do that with. Dark, make us the last pass. I don't care about billfish. Billfish don't have a commercial value except for the sports fishing aspect to them. unless you count broadbill swordfish. They got a high value. I've been watching some stuff on, like, you know, the biologists say that all these bass lakes, everybody's trained to do catch and release now. It's like virtue signaling. Oh, well, if you want to be a virtuous fisherman, you do catch and release, right? Everybody knows that. Well, the biologists are saying in the lakes, they're like, no, it'd be better if you kept the limit, you know, and then we could manage the lake would be healthy. When everybody's going and letting go all the fish, it's like the lake isn't healthy. Yeah, I guess there is a market for shads, not very strong. Yeah, we're trolling. Anytime now. The striped bass too is another one. They're like, oh, you can't have any more hatchery fish, and you can't fish for king salmon in California. But the limit is 3 striped bass. Don't keep any more than, you know, 1 striper or whatever. It's like, get those things out of there. What's wrong with you? I'm gonna make one more pass over this is like the hot spot, and then I'm gonna swing around and pick my gear up. Maybe we'll get one. I marked a nice big fish in here earlier, didn't bite it. Hey, the howler, here we are. Woo! What's up? Yep, we're streaming. I got streaming just for you. We're talking politics. Sonar point of view, yeah, this is the spot. I don't have a name for this drag, but this is right in here on this little hump, and then all along in here, really good, all in here. Nothing on sonar. I wish I knew how to get rid of that little blue thing. Whatever moron decided to design that, to put that, it's like, you got a $1,000 sonar unit. Let's put a little blue thing right over the bottom so they can't see what's on there. You idiot. They should be fired. Whoever did that. Thank you, Gary! Quick fight. There's nothing in there. There's been some scattered feed around. Earlier I saw what looked like I'm pretty sure, a nice big king. It was coming up. Maybe it was 2, it was like broken. One was coming up and there was a little dot up above it. I don't have one, man. They got them at... Nah, they might, I don't even think, they might have, they have like the corkies. They got their corkies at the store with the little shape, like the little hard bead, and it's got like sort of fins on it. That's what I used before. I might have tried spinning those too. What do you mean it looks great? All it is interference and a hard bottom. There's nothing in there. 70 feet, 75 feet is probably where I catch most of my fish. My gear will hit the bottom in 57 feet. I'll start hitting the bottom. And out to about 85 feet, between 65 and 75 is where I usually fish. What's up, Tom Gardner? Yeah. they should have the game wardens bust them, and then they'll find out if they have a strict penalty for that, then nobody will do it. Good thing. I should be one to talk. One thing I noticed, I went to the Philippines once, and there's just people on top of people packed into that place so tight. It's like they're packed in like sardines, right? There's boats all over the water. There's people with all kinds of nets and hooks, and there's people everywhere, right? There's people with spears and everything. There's tons of pollution. There's trash cans and lawn chairs, and it's just unbelievable the stuff washing out of the cities. And if you go scuba diving in the water there, it's like beautiful fish everywhere. There's like big fish, little fish. There's fish all over the place, you know. God will provide. Don't have to worry too much about a couple guys with cast nets. It's all right. I'm okay with it. I don't want to be too strict. $18 foot, yeah, it's way deeper than that around here. Oh, D3B Trapline! What's up? Thank you so much for support. Thank you for membership. Your support is greatly appreciated, especially in these lean fall fishing times. You're just out here streaming for the YouTube. Thanks for coming by, everyone. Happy Black Friday! We got new merchandise in the store, 30% off for Black Friday. Go to the store, click on the store, and then scroll down till you see where it says new, and there's new designs, freshly inputted. We got nice sunset merchandise, got fish stack, fish merchandise. Wilson even made it in there. I gotta get one with Wilson where it actually says like Wilson. Maybe with an exclamation point. Well, you could go shopping online. Holly wanted to go shopping. I was like, man, we don't really have any money this year. But I guess get the same thing I normally get. It's not that much. We had honey. I ordered 10 pounds of tangerines from California. I did that last year, and they were so good. I couldn't even believe how good they were. They were like exquisite. So I got more. I think last year I might have ordered 5 pounds. This year I ordered 10 pounds. There was like, I would say maybe 3 or 5% of them were spoiled last year. But they were so unbelievable. I got $63. It was totally worth it last year. And you should have seen the little kids when they grabbed the orange. Maybe they're sold as tangerines and then they're actually clementines, but whatever they are. If you Google tangerine, or you go to eBay and type in fresh tangerine, it'll pop right up. It's some dude in California. I ordered some limes from him too. They look like the same ad from last year. I imagine it's the same person. I don't know. They were the bomb. It was the bomb. So I got 10 pounds for whatever it was, $60 or something. See you later, Vernon. We'll be here tomorrow. We're going to go long tomorrow. We're going to go out to the ocean bar. We're going to stick our neck out there, and we're going to bob around in the 10-foot waves, and we're going to catch some king salmon. God willing, it should be good. Killian's got it all scouted out for us. Yeah, those ones they have there on eBay, they're really good. An autopilot losing control here. I like those ones, Patrick. I think they got them. I think they got them at the store here. Are those the ones with like the big? They got like the big bulb on the top of them. I guess I ordered like 20 bucks worth of limes too. I don't know. I might have got 5 pounds of limes or whatever. I like limeade. So do my friends. Oh, enable. Well, what's different about them than a regular orange? Then we can turn our lights on. Hopefully that doesn't spook the fish. Maybe they'll like it. I've seen a lot of big boats, they fish with their lights on, like their bow lights and stuff on. Let's turn our cabin light on. Kind of mandarin orange. Well, apparently the mandarin oranges we have at home in the can, those are Chinese. Well, yeah, that's why I got the limes for the limeade. I don't think they're much more expensive. The store gets like $1.50 for a lime here, so I as well order my own from this dude. I just put in like a $90 order. Maybe he'll send me some good limes. I almost wanted to order more. I ordered the biggest poundage number I could get, but I was afraid like if I went crazy with it, then I'd get burned. No, I'm willing to put 60 bucks on the line. That's it. Glow sticks on my setup. I got some little lights that light up, but I tried them this spring. Somebody told me I had to have them, and I got them, and I got them somewhere. I put them on, and it was like I couldn't catch a single fish. Like put the skunk on my boat for the whole spring season. Took them off right away, but I still couldn't catch fish. Left a bad taste in my mouth. No, the buy limit has been exceeded. Lee has overstated buy limit. 602 Atomic? What color is it? I don't know. Shannon hates the Atomic plug so much. I do good with it on the other side of the bay. I gotta run one tomorrow. We're gonna catch some fish tomorrow. God willing, we'll get into it tomorrow. They like plugs over there. You don't know unless you try it. 602. I normally just the front. I've had good luck. I only order like there's like 3 plugs I order. The 158 or whatever it is that's like white with the dots on it, the color dots, and then the plain glow, and I like the Mylar gold insert, and I like the 500. And then there's one that's like glow with the purple back. I used that before, but I never reordered it. I think I ordered it twice, and then I didn't reorder it. And then the last time I went to Atomic and looked at plugs, like the 5-inch classic plug was gonna be like $29 or something, and that's not, you know, it's not economically feasible for me. That's not a good investment. So, no. They price themselves out of the commercial market. I can't afford, I lose too much gear. I can't afford that. Yeah, it's the Wonder Bread one. The problem is you can get them on eBay and stuff, but all the ones they got on eBay they don't catch. A lot of times they're not. Like if you buy a box of plugs, it's totally true. You'll get a box and they'll be like, whatever, they come in a 6-pack, 3 of them will work, and the other 3 don't work. So When you buy them on eBay, they got like all the plugs. Oh, look at all those plugs. What a good deal. They don't work. That's the problem. Most of those don't work. It's like the actual shape of the thing. I haven't been to the Atomic site in a while, but last time I checked, they were like, we're not making plugs anymore, but something, I don't know. Are they making plugs again? They used to be able to go there and then like build your plug. They'd be like, all right, you want the nose ring, you want the classic, you want the tubby, you want the one of 1,000 colors, and they make them for you. And they were like, they might have been $15 each. And then I went to buy more and I saw a price that was like $29 or something. Like, I'm not giving you $29 for a 5-inch plug. No way. A 5-inch spoon costs about $12, maybe $13. So they do the same thing as the plug, pretty much. They should know better. Oh, the happy poop! Thank you so much! Woo! 602. I don't know what that is. Tell me it's white. Is it glow or is it white? Is it white and purple? White and what? I've had enough of this. Let's pull up the gear. That is it. I'm not going to do this anymore. Run that plug more. I don't know which one it is. You guys are making me want to go to the Atomic site and see what they want for a plug. See what it is. I heard Gibbs was charging 33% tariff. It's like a retaliatory attack on the U.S. I guess they got enough money, they're not worried about it. But I'll tell you what I did when I saw they wanted 33% extra from me. I just went, okay. Click, click, and went to another, retailer and got something else. It's real simple. What they want on the other side of the bay. Probably all the stuff I got on will work fine. chili. That's right. Darn, there's another trawler coming in. Even had the old buck down there in the best spot. Nothing. No biters. Dead. There. Yeah. Let's go in. Yeah. Big cookies. Man. Here we go. Breather. Let me see if I can get Holly on here. Are you on here, Holly? Come get me. I'll be right back. Can't get it to do what I want. Hold on. Oh, can you come get me? I'll be back there in like 20 minutes. 4:10. I'm just leaving. I'm really close to the harbor. I'm running in there now. Probably if you left in like 10 minutes, I don't know. I was gonna try and sell these fish from yesterday, so I gotta hurry up and get over to the plant. I'm buffering! Can you hear me? What do you mean I'm buffering? Oh, good. Nothing today. One little one. We were kind of, we fueled the boat up for tomorrow. Is a big day. It's going to be, we're going to go across the bay tomorrow. There's some fish over there apparently. Are you on the phone? ETA is 4:10. Wonder this other troller's killing them or what? Pretty sure that's the Gulf Dawning. Yeah. That's the Gulf Dawning. Martin! Some more juice. Later, Wyatt! Yeah! 8 p.m. in New York City. Well, my sister's in New York City. Pretty sure she's in Manhattan. Got 3. That's not really good, but it's something. He just texted me. I saw the update come down my screen. Something about 3 and a maybe. I reckon he's gonna spend the night over there. It's supposed to be getting nice now. I mean, the wind stopped blowing now. Nah, it wasn't looking real good. There's some. I mean, there's still fish around in here. There's another troller behind me coming in, and there's a guy all the way on the other side of the bay right now. Getting a couple. Middle River. That's right on the bay, isn't it? Middle River. I remember reading the fishing reports, that was the spot. Is that just up from the chop tank? I don't know. Chop the tank down. Yesterday I caught a couple keepers. Today I didn't get anything. It was windy today, and I slept in, and then I filled my boat up with fuel, and I did some chores on the boat. I changed some of my major hardware on the fishing lines. I put lighter weights. I went from 70-pound weights to 50-pound weights. in preparation to go to the far off. It's me, PX8C, what's up? Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Thank you for the 100s. I don't know. I might get up a little earlier. I gotta compete with Killian over there. Me and Killian will be trolling right next to each other. Maybe we'll run into each other, you know. There's a lot of space, but the fish are always like on the same lines, you know. Okay, it's a me. We'll be cutting the stream here in about 10 minutes. 2 in the morning in South Africa. Oh! The test. I feel like Sylvester the cat. I can't say that. Papsco. That's it. Papsco, I think. I got new lights, yeah. I got a whole nother string to put up yet. The Golf Dawning's gaining on me. It's faster than my boat, I think. I'm going kind of slow. You need to shoot more? I thought you got 2. You gonna shoot 3 or 4 or what? You gonna take the rifle out? Can you use a rifle or you gotta use a shotgun? Maryland would do that. Make you use a shotgun. I hope you can use a rifle. Rifles are better. But if you're not allowed to use a rifle, shotgun's still good. So is a muzzle loader. Anything's better than a bow, but a bow will work too. I got my deer. I already got my deer. I'm only allowed to shoot 1. Got it. The Remington 870. I have a Remington 870 youth model 20 gauge. I love it. It's got a rifle barrel. It's at my buddy's house in Virginia. I just don't ever go home. It's coming though. I'll be home soon. Yeah, tomorrow should be okay. I don't know, if it's not, we're getting out the steelhead hooks. I've added about enough of it. Wait till December to go trolling again and find something else to do. Some pretty good weather next week. It'll be interesting to find out if this guy's got any fish. I think his boat uses quite a bit of fuel. He gets pissed if he doesn't catch a bunch of fish. The 870 is the deer terminator. I'm a little concerned I made my straps on my cannonballs too long. Might need to shorten them up. You need to burn them. You need to burn the ends, and it's always windy out there. You can't burn nothing because of the wind. Heck yeah, I believe it. Basically December now. torch. You know what happens here. For a minute there, they were charging. They had propane tanks, the 1 pound tanks or whatever they are, those little vehicles. They were trying to get like $26 for one of those at the hardware store. Like, unless a fell and hit your head, I'm not buying that. Then they got them at the grocery store now for like $10. Yeah, it's going to be a little something out there tomorrow. I got the fuel tank filled up today. So I'm concerned. I don't like to fish in the rough weather without a full fuel tank, or at least mostly full. Everything else should be okay. I'll double check and make sure this ladder's tied to my mast well. Should be alright. Yeah, well, it doesn't snow that much in Maryland. It snows a lot more in Alaska, believe it or not. Yeah, then I'm from Virginia. I'm basically, what do they call that, the tri-state area? Virginia, Maryland, D.C. 20 miles from D.C. is where I'm from. Rest of Virginia, familiar with the weather there. If it snows 3 inches, it's an emergency. They'll close the schools. Everybody crashes on the Beltway. Travel grinds to a near standstill. 10 inches of snow is like the apocalypse. It's pretty common to snow 10 inches a day around here. Get 10 inches, you're like, oh man, I hope it doesn't do that again. And then it does it again, you're like, oh, can't get out of my driveway. Yeah, well, people don't slow down. They still want to drive 85 miles an hour, you know, in the 55 zone, and they spin out. Driving, you know, tailgating, everybody's tailgating each other, and then when the car doesn't stop, it's like, surprise, now you're in an accident, moron. Thanks, Gary. That's nice. Oh, that's it. Hey, thanks for all your support. No more finance. My quarterly financial statement. I'm not going to disclose that for a while again. Oh, man. Sponsored by Gary. Anti-blizzard fun. I had like my heart just skipped a beat. I didn't remember whether I put my poles up or not. Thank goodness I didn't. You're still on here, Holly. I'm early. I'm at the harbor. I am 20 minutes early. Guess the boat's not tied up yet. Okay, yeah, I'm here. Good to know she's here, and then I can sit on the boat for a minute. It's cold outside, it's warm in here. We can observe when that other guy drags off of his boat. Caught anything, I'll be headed to the cannery. Whisker bit! What's up? We're just parking the boat here. Every once in a blue moon I get the throttle and everything just right to where I can park this boat without a whole bunch of trouble. Last time we came in, I ended up having to ram the dock and put it in forward to get my boat in there. It's less than ideal. It's coasting right in today. Well, it was going in, now it's not. Nice and quiet now, huh? Can't even believe it. Oh, you're welcome, Gary. Yeah, I wanted to get fueled up. I wanted to change my cannonballs. I wanted to flip my skiff over, but that's an actual chore. Cannonballs are a chore too. Guess after I got the cannonballs done, I'm like, all right, I've done enough chores. Time to go fish. Look at this. Look at this dog. Dakota. The dog knows there's Wilsons on the boat. Daggone. It'll cause a problem. That dog and Wilson will go running all over the place. I won't be able to get Wilson back up to the car. I'm gonna get rid of this fish here. Take the fish to the cannery. I think I got my wallet. Yeah, I got my wallet. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna snow. Yeah, I like the lighting. It's good. Holly's late. Well, I told her 4:10, and I'm more like 4 o'clock. Oh, man. Well, we got 3 dogs out here now. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, I want to get these fish off the boat. I mean, I guess I could hold them. Maybe I'll just hold them. To get more. I think they're pretty well iced. Oh, I don't know. I don't feel like dealing with them. That's the truth. Looks like this other troller's got a new dog. Smurf light, the blue one. That thing hurts my eyes. It's a black light. I thought it would be cool. I got a dual light. It's like a double feature light. And yeah, wow, it hurts my eyes bad. This guy must have fish. He's taking forever to get off his boat. Oh, there's 2 of them. There's 3 of them. There's a kid, an adult. Dogs. Haven't seen any fish coming out. 2 kids, 3 adults. Barracuda. I hate the blue deck lights on the Barracuda. What's the Barracuda? Good night, Tom. Oh my goodness. I might as well start working my way up there because all these dogs are going to be chasing each other around and take a long time to get them up there. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's the truth, Gary. Oh, yeah. The boat you're on, blue lights, huh? All right. I'm going to get out of here. Love you guys. Remember to pray for each other, including me. And pray for you guys. Skills. Yeah, hopefully my skills don't get me broke down. That's the main thing. We'll see you later. I'm going to head up there. Thanks,